It's a very new association. So we invite all of you to join AIDA. AIDA is just established this year, and this is our first conference. Professor Dr. Zuraini Wati Abbas is a pioneer in instructional design and technology, pioneer in e-learning. Do you know she is the first Malaysian to offer a MOOC? Do you know what a MOOC is? She was personally invited by George Siemens, Stefan Downs, and Dave Cromier, who are the originators of MOOCs. And all our distinguished speakers and panelists here are experts in their field. Feel free to ask them questions. So are you ready? Yes. Are you excited? Yes. Are you ready to learn? Yes. Are you going to have a good time? Yes. I want everybody to raise their right arm. Make a thumbs up sign. And say to your friends next to you, we're going to have a good time.
We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time.
And on that note, thank you. And let's give a warm welcome to our President, Professor Dr. Zuraini Wati Abbas.
Thank you, Katrina. And thank you, Cash. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera, selamat pagi, and a very good morning to each and every one of you in this room. AIDA was formed very recently on the 3rd of March 2017. But before that, we had already been talking about this conference. But we felt that if AIDA was ready, we should have AIDA host the conference. So there it is. We are here today because of that. I would like to welcome everybody to our first effort, AIDA's first effort in organizing the conference of learning, teaching and training. This is our first, not our last. We will have another one next year. But basically AIDA is the Association for Instructional Design and Technology. The first time I took an instructional technology course was in 1978. Okay. Not too long ago. And then I think Professor Wan Fauzi, who is from USM, was probably taking the course maybe 1 or 2 semesters after me, because I promoted it to him. It's a good course. Why? Because we were interested at that time in photography, and we thought we needed media. It was essential to have media in the classroom. So we were into photography, we were into OHPs at that time, slides, but not the slides that you know in terms of PowerPoint, but in terms of the Kodak carousel slides. So that's how young we are. All right, so instructional design, when I majored in it, at the master's level and then at the doctoral level, was something very, very new. Even I didn't know what it was until I took the first course. When I took it, it made sense, a lot of sense to me, because I thought just lectures alone, talk and chalk, was not really interesting, especially for me. Then I thought we must do something more. And then I majored in this field. And at that time, nobody knew what instructional design was all about. Nobody. Even after I came back to Malaysia, even after Fauzi came back to Malaysia, it was so brand new. But when the Malaysian Super Corridor was set up in 1997, then people started hiring instructional designers. However, the instructional designers that were hired were ex-school teachers. So people mistakenly thought if you can design or if you can write a lesson plan, you can design a lesson. Not true, yeah, Ibu Paulina? Can you agree with it? Ibu Paulina is another instructional design expert, graduated from Syracuse University, from Indonesia. Same thing with Dr. Cho, also another instructional designer. And I know Arlene Devils in it, and very good because I've heard her present a few times. She's like a practitioner of instructional design. And of course, Dr. Michael, yeah, I'm starting to introduce the speakers here. Dr. Michael, who is key to introducing instructional technology and learning technologies on campus, and especially getting the lecturers to adopt it. And then we have Dr. Salima, who is also into instructional design and technology, although she started as something in sciences, right? Yeah, same thing with me. I also started in biological sciences, but changed. And then Prof. Zainal, who is one of the earlier recipients of Professor Negara Award for Best Teacher. And Ibu Yanik, perhaps our youngest today, but not young in terms of experience. She's been voted by her students as best teacher, best lecturer, yeah, at the university. Okay, we don't have the other speakers yet, but I would also like to introduce Professor Andrew Walker from Monash University, Malaysia. Professor Walker is the president of Monash University, Malaysia, and also Deputy Vice Chancellor for Academics, I think, yeah? All right. Professor Andrew was the only president who said, okay, I want to come to this conference. I also communicated with other presidents, but they didn't say they wanted to come, they just said, I'll send my people. So thank you very much for your presence, Professor Walker. All right, I would also like to continue with something else, which is, if you look in your file, we have a postcard announcing the conference, the Asia Pacific Conference on Instructional Design and Innovation. Some people that we met for this conference said, I'd like to submit papers. So we said, no, not this time, but the next one, we will have a big conference where people can send in their submissions. And what we will have will be participants from around ASEAN countries and also Asia and also Australia and New Zealand. So please plan for that. And you will have a very good time, learning experience and so on. We promise that. Okay? And last but not least, a few thank yous are in order. Thank you to all our key speakers and panelists who have accepted our invitations. Thank you for making the time and effort to be at our first CoLT event. It may be meaningful to you, but it's more meaningful to us to have you here with us today. And congratulations to each and every one of you who are participating at the first CoLT. You are, I believe, in the right place at the right moment, and I hope, and I believe, with the right frame of mind to start thinking about how to make yourself more effective with the students, to make yourself a better educator, to be remembered by your students even after they have graduated. Because an effective teacher will always be remembered, yeah? Betul ya, Ibu Yanik and Prof. Zainal? I know Prof. Zainal is always having students around him wherever he goes. Previous students who are thankful with good teaching. And I hope we will be able to learn from each other. I'm sure I will too, even though I have been in the field since many years, maybe oldest, the most number of years in this room. But I know I will also be learning a few new things. I look forward to it. So I hope every one of us here will feel the same and will learn just as much as I do or more. Again, thank you. I can't thank you enough for making the conference a reality, for making the conference a good start to a series of CoLT conferences. And the next one coming, we hope to have you again with us. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, may the conference begin.